Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is a lecture given to me by Rumpelstiltskin, one of the cosmic characters, and the lecture was about me, my me. So, in Rumpelstiltskin's view, everyone has got a me. And everything that's in your world is part of your me. Everything. Everything in your planet Earth is part of your me, but everything that's in the galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, is part of your me, and the universe and the multiverse, it's all part. Is it the multiverse? Well, the thing is, in the multiverse, there could be things that you don't like. But is the multiverse one thing or a multiplicity of things? We're going to leave it at it's your me. You got to deal with it. You're all connected. So, is my me the same as your me? Well, if we're looking outside of that tree, I'm seeing it, it's in my me, and you're seeing it through this video, and so now it's in your me. So is your me my me? You do your homework, you figure it out. If it's, I say that tree there is in my me, and you see it on the video screen, you're seeing it now. Is that tree in your me? If it is, then that tree is in your me and in my me. Okay. My answer to the question is yes. Your me is in my me. And it should be vice versa. So perhaps this is how we help to understand non-duality, because there's a you watching and a me talking, and we seem to be two people. But your me and my me are the same me because they have the same tree in it. So we're totally connected. So if something is connected, are they still two things or are they really one thing? Are Los Angeles and New York two things, two cities? Yes. But are they really one thing because they're connected by the interstate highway system? Well, let's leave it at they're connected. They're connected, and is connected the same as being one thing? It's a difficult question, but because they are connected, let's say they are let's say they're one thing because they're connected. I have to move along. They're connected. They're one thing, okay? Because they're connected. You can also go on YouTube. I did a lecture, but there's also a little clip from I Heart Huckabees where Dustin Hoffman and Lily Tomlin explain this. They call it the blanket analogy of how the universe is a blanket and all of us are little things that are in the blanket. The blanket analogy, I Heart Huckabees. Okay, so what else do I want to talk about with my me? Basically, it's my me, so I own it. and you own your me, so we own the same thing. So we're going to have a fight because I want to do certain things with my me, and your planning department doesn't want me to do them, and mine does. So we have a shared me. So how do we organize ourselves so that we're not coming to a Punch and Judy show? Perhaps that's another lecture. Anyway, I wanted to get the point across that we have one me. It's like there's an old song from the Police, the album Ghost in the Machine, and it was called One World. So even back then, Sting and the Police were talking about one world, one thing, which is one me that we all share. And what happens when some people decide to be, I own it all, because I had the money to buy it all, and the rest of you, well, it's your me, but you can't do anything with it because I own it because I bought it with my money, and it's in the land titles office that says I own it. It's in my name. Well, this is a huge problem because even Mr. Tree here, who is in the me, it's Mr. Tree if he's a he me. His me is actually sitting on a piece of land that is owned by a human. According to the humans, is it fair to Mr. Tree? No. Why is it fair to the dolphins that, the planet is all carved up into countries and spheres of influence by humans or any other being? And that's not even counting the invisible beings, from, the elementals and the fairies and the angelics and all these other ones that you don't normally see that most people think are not even real or mythical. But, I see Donald Trump wants to build a huge wall between him and Mexico. No one has consulted, any of the wildlife that likes to cross that area. It's going to put a wall up to keep the humans out, but it's going to keep out all the land animals. What gives Mr. Trump the right to block all the wildlife from crossing this border wall that he's going to put there? Nothing. It's just he's a stupid, egotistical twit. And so are all the people that support him on this wall thing. People talk about, this morning it was Barack Obama again. And, he wasn't a natural, I don't know why this came up again. He wasn't a natural born citizen, so he shouldn't be president. Why did that come up today? The guy's out of office. Trump's almost ready for another election. But when I looked into the item, when I looked into this previously, Barack Obama's mother was a CIA agent and she married an Indonesian colonel or general or something. And they had Barack Obama. I think that was how it worked. Or maybe that was her first. Maybe that was her first or second husband. And his name was Sotoro. I think she had two husbands, and the other one was maybe from Kenya. But anyway, the point was that if you're an American mother and you have a child, the statute or the rule that I read said that if you are married, then the child is an American citizen. But if you're unmarried, apparently you're not. And I looked at it and I said, really? How is that serving the child? Because of someone's to me, marriage is religious. I mean, I know there's civil marriages and things, but it's rooted in religion to me. And so I'm saying, why is it that someone's religion that says people have to be married in order to have a legitimate child who is qualified to be president of the United States, that's not fair to the child. It's not fair to me because it's in my me. And I don't like it. I don't like calling children bastards. It's archaic, and it is rooted in religion. So, United States of America, you got a big problem. because people say it's unconstitutional. Your constitution is an ancient, archaic piece of crap. Shoot me, but I'm a Canadian. I think our constitution, which was 1982, is a piece of crap too, because it's embedded with all kinds of crap. Religion, freedom of religion. I want to be free from religion. I don't want people's garbages telling me what to do. Anyway, you'll have to figure that out for yourself, but I just gave you a prime example of where someone's religion has deprived a child of citizenship. It's stupid. I don't care what your religion is, you can look at it and say, that is not fair to the child. The kid down the street whose mother and father were married, the father was a foreigner, the mother was American, that child can be president, but my mother wasn't married to my father, and I can't be president. How is that fair? What is the difference? It's a religious thing. They were married. Or they were married in Las Vegas in a stupid chapel. That makes a difference to me as the child? It's stupid. So if that's what you're running your country on, stupidity, I'm sorry, the whole kit and caboodle is stupid. You can go on about your founding fathers, but your founding fathers, a lot of them were slave owners. So this is who you're looking to run your system of government. You're stupid. If you think that's a good idea, I'm sorry, you need to throw the piece of shit away. Your piece of shit says that the president can issue a presidential pardon for murderers. And what they do, they use it for all their political cronies to get them off the hook. So you got, you built this huge court system to go and keep criminals off the street, and then you an elected dictator with orange hair, and he goes and uses it to let all his friends out of jail free. That's your constitution. I'm sorry, it's a piece of shit. Anyways, I don't like anything that goes on, and it's all in me. So I'm sending it, first I'm getting angry at it, because that's what I tend to do, because it's not changing. So this is my complaint about Ho'oponopono, that I've done and done and done and done and done. I don't see the change. So even though I'm sending lots of love at these things that I see as thought forms, as programs in this me, maybe it's because there's 6 or 8 billion people on the planet and there's only one of me trying to heal this collective me. And there's a lot of you out there that think that your constitution is fine. And you don't want it changed because you think changing it is not healing it, it's breaking it. And it's something you want. So, this is the problem. How do who's going to decide what's going to happen? I cannot figure it out. If I had the world, I wouldn't have countries. They're archaic power things, where a small number of aristocrats and despots, dictators, and they set it all up so they could rule the world, rule everybody else. That's what countries are all about. Why do we still have them? The same reason they were set up for, so a small number of people can control everyone else. I don't like it. So me, I am very sorry for whatever's out picturing as things that are making me annoyed. Take a breath. Oh, sometimes what I do is I remember the beginning of the Course in Miracles, and it says only love is real. So it means that a lot of what I see as my me with my eyes cannot be real. So it must be an illusion, a great illusion that we're living in. So my perception is what I see. Anyway, it's very difficult. Thank you for watching.